You no longer can exert pressure from a publicly traded and investor perspective, but what pressure can regulators now wield on something like Twitter?
I mean, I think that's the crux of it. That despite the fact that investors for the last 6 years have been asking companies to clean up their act, have had some success in getting transparency. It's clear that the companies are not doing enough. Twitter is not doing enough. It's now private, and it brings up a host of concerns as to whom Twitter is accountable to other than Elon Musk. So now with Twitter no longer a public company, no longer having that level of accountability to investors, it's going to have to be accountable to regulators because, time just keeps going by and nothing's happened. There is not a level of standard here that is preventing some of the harm that's being done. And recently, you've seen action on a number of fronts. We saw President Biden call for bipartisan regulation of social media companies just like last night at the State of the Union. This month, it's expected Twitter will have to face the strictest content rules in the European Union because of the number of large active users that it has. And we're seeing cases go before the Supreme Court, who's hearing cases this month on whether social media companies, Twitter being one of them, are responsible for propagating terrorist content.
Natasha, I'm delighted to have you on the program. You've been coming on for a very long time, and respectfully, I feel a sense of deja vu. My question is, when are these things that you're calling for going to happen? I'm not sure what's changed now from, say, 2 or 4 years ago.
I mean, I think it's a really fair question. And, obviously investors were not able to exert enough pressure for the companies to clean up their act on their own. And so regulation seems to be kind of the last ditch effort. And, if you look at, Section 230, which the previous gentleman was speaking about, it protects these companies against legal liability. But it's clear the policy needs to evolve because of the level of harm that's being done. Look at elections, look at genocide that's happened, public health crises, government insurrection. These are all issues that rise to a level that government regulation is needed. And we know how difficult it is in this country to get bipartisan support. But really, that's what's needed.
Natasha, dig in there, because this is so nuanced, this argument. You want it to evolve. Is the regulation, do you have confidence that the regulators get the need to protect certain elements, perhaps that companies might argue, for their own self-moderation, so that 230 can evolve in the right ways, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair point. Policymakers are policymakers, and they're not tech experts. And this space has evolved so much over the last decade that regulators are looking to catch up.